Okay, hi. I'm just making this quick video to kind of explain one of the projects that I've made for my portfolio. So, what I've done is I've created a automated follow-up email for customers who reported a bug or wanted a feature, and we've publicly released it. Um, I've done this because we had to kind of manually send emails to everyone who reported X and X, and it takes between 10 to 1 hour depending on how many people reported it, and it was boring and annoying to manually draft up emails. So yeah, so I've made it. I'll just briefly explain one of the blockers and how I made it work. So first, there's a webhook that listens to GitHub, and it will listen for a public release. So we'll check the release, and once I get the release, I will kind of split the numbers, the number issues. The issues are basically kind of uh there they go. So I'm gonna pull these bug numbers, the bug numbers, and then kind of store it. So this way I can kind of cross reference what the release is about and who reported it. And then I'll execute a SQL query for one of our developer database where they kind of store data. So I just pull it, and then I will kind of uh, split the data, make sure to set uh, the repository names and the mailbox and whatnot, fun stuff. And then I would remove duplicates because there are times where customers will ask for a follow up, and we have to kind of log this. And from there, I'll run a if structure, true or false, to check if it's on our legacy support form, which is Groove HQ, or our current free scout. So if assume it's a free scout, it will loop through all the collected items, uh, fetch the customer data via the free scout API, set the fields, clean up a little bit, have a wait time, and then use our burner account to either write a draft for the email and then or directly send to the customer for a follow up. So yeah, it batches over here. I'm looping through this because I'm conscious about the performance. So I want it to batch. That's basically it. There's no other reason for it. Now, one of the blockers is our one of our devs. They made a legacy inbox explorer where they exported everything and they put it in here for our kind of reference in the future. But there was kind of no way to fetch it, though I told them if they can make an API, and they did, but it was a really hastily done API, so there's no regular kind of authentication. There's no API keys. There's no OAuth. There's nothing. You literally have to log in and then run the APIs yourself. So that was a blocker. So what I did was I kind of research on how to fetch it. They had an API request which works if you were logged in the browser, right? So from there, what I did was I took the cookie, right? I logged in the cookie, I log in the cookie here. I stored the Groove Off browser, whatever. I don't know. I forgot really how I did it. So I I logged in using this get free scout cookie. I will log in and then fetch the cookie of the session. I will store the cookie. Right? It's very hacky. It's shit, but it works. Okay. I stored the cookie, so from there I can kind of loop through the API calls, as you can see here. As you see the API endpoint, and then I will use the cookie to fetch it, and from there I can get the customer kind of email and data, and then send the follow up. So yeah, that's one of them. That's how I made it. Yeah.